All right, my friends, it's time for episode 80 of my Sunday night stay at home virtual open mic where I post a set every Sunday night, usually on a theme just for my own clarity, but nobody else has to do that. If you'd like to post a set either here or on Facebook, I post them here and Facebook, 8 o'clock Sunday night Pacific time. Mostly I go looking for my musical friends. That's pretty much what I do and what I'm in the process of doing. I'm working my way through their albums and their various songs and videos and projects and stuff. And I list what I'm watching. I post what I'm watching on Facebook in case anybody wants to join me. And also so the people that I'm watching know that I'm watching them or listening to them, and I can comment, and it's always nice to be listened to. I love being listened to. I love a good comment. So, I'm dishing out what I'd like to receive. Let me get my pregame going, starting with a little incense. All right. There we go. Dylan Light. Mr. Bob. And we're gonna go old school once again. Well, semi old school. I rolled it with the help of a machine of some kind. Much better than the old hand rolls that I used to make. Okay. And we have the last slug of double barrel Heaven's Door Bob Dylan whiskey here. Where is it? There it is. Woo. The last one. I won't even need my funny little glass. I have. Done. I have a fresh bottle of the Bob Dylan bourbon. I really don't know shit about whiskey, and I hardly ever drink it. A little nip on for my Sunday night open mic sets for good luck. That's the best I can do. Always been more of a weed guy. I got red on tonight. I got red shorts. I got my red Willie Nelson shirt. I got red monkey hat on. And you'd think I was going to do a red theme tonight, but I'm not. I don't have any red songs. At least I don't think so. We're doing Dog Songs Part 3. I've done 2 dog song sets over the years that I've been doing this. I started in the pandemic doing sets for the Wild Goose open mic over there, and we did 100 episodes of that, and I've done almost as 100 here. I've done 80. So ever since the pandemic started, I've been doing this on Sunday nights. So this first one's kind of a stretch. It's not really a dog song, but I mentioned that I feel like one. And this song has the distinction of having the shortest time between its creation and its performance. I literally wrote most of this song in a car on the way to an open mic. A friend of mine was complaining about his relationship with this woman where basically he was stuck in the friend zone. And he said something like, I don't know if it was him or me or one of the other guys in the car, someone just said, "Fuck that platonic relationship." So I came up with this song, Platonic, and it was about an hour between when I started thinking about it and when we got to the open mic and I signed in and got my place and I went up and played it the same night. Very rare. We go out to the movies. We talk on the phone. I feel like your doggy, but I don't get the bone. You're like the sweetest wine. I just get a sip. You got the pink. you give me the slip, my heart's a flower, but it's a bud you nip. I wanna fuck our platonic relationship. We talk about your boyfriends while we wine and dine. We talk about your heartaches, but never about mine. You're like the sweetest wine. I just get a sip, you got the pain, but you give me the slip. My heart's a flower, but it's a bud you nip. I wanna fuck our platonic relationship. This ain't throwing horseshoes. I want the meat and not the gravy. Close, is it good enough when I'm aiming for you, baby? Let's spoil our friendship, and right after that, let's spoil your boyfriends. Let's bag those cats. You're like the sweetest wine. I just get a sip, you got the pain, but you give me the slip. My heart's a flower, but it's a bud you nip. I wanna fuck our platonic relationship. You're like the sweetest wine. I just get a sip, you got the pain, but you give me the slip. My heart's a flower, but it's a bud you nip. I wanna fuck our platonic relationship. Wanna fuck our platonic relationship. There you have it. Platonic. Now we will get to more overtly dog-related material. This one is from my new album, which is not on my website yet. If you are a fan of this stuff, you could probably find it on iMusic or Amazon. One of the other e-retailers of music. I'm probably up on Spotify by now. The album is called More Sandcastles, and the song I'm about to play you, Squirrel on My Mind, was written in response to a song challenge at with my buddies over there at Southern Oregon Songwriters Association. And one of them was to write a song about taking two things that you know a lot about and put them together. And I chose squirrels, dogs, and a third one, obsession. Hear you faintly calling from somewhere far behind. I'd love to come running, but I'm also disinclined to do anything but chase this thing I smell but cannot find. Love to come running, but I've got squirrel on my mind. Squirrel on my mind, squirrel on my mind. I'll be crying in my sleep tonight. A squirrel on my mind, squirrel on my mind, squirrel on my mind. Love to come running, but I've got squirrel on my mind. Well, I know I'm acting deaf, but I'm sure as hell now blind. My nose is into something that's got me in a bind. You have been so good to me, you have been so kind. I'd love to come running, but I've got squirrel on my mind. Squirrel on my mind, squirrel on my mind. I'll be crying in my sleep tonight. A squirrel on my mind, squirrel on my mind, squirrel on my mind. I'd love to come running, but I've got squirrel on my mind. Well, there are better things on which I have dined, even though my taste is somewhat unrefined. Don't know why I must, I guess I'm just resigned. I'd love to come running, but I've got squirrel on my mind. The scenery is beautiful, and it might be a crime, but it's all the same to me, no matter how sublime. Every time I see a tree, I just wish that I could climb. I'd love to come running, but I've got squirrel on my mind. Squirrel on my mind, squirrel on my mind. I'll be crying in my sleep tonight. The squirrel on my mind, squirrel on my mind, squirrel on my mind. I'd love to come running, but I've got squirrel on my mind. Yeah. Squirrel on my mind. Okay, one more doggy song. This is one I wrote for our dog. our dog Hara, who's a great dog. Love this dog. We've had her almost a year, and she's slowly learning to trust me. She's in love with my wife. She loves Samara. She'll do anything for Samara. Very obedient and excellent dog. But she mistrusts me unless Samara's nearby. If she's not nearby, then she won't let me get near her. So that's the way it goes. And she's slowly, I'm showing up with the treats, and she's slowly getting used to me. Looking forward to the time when she will have been with us more than she was wild. She was found wild with puppies, semi-wild anyway. Don't know what kind of life she had before, but there was definitely some dudes in that life, some men in that life who were mean to her, so definitely likes women more than men. You don't like it when I'm standing over you. You duck me like my hand just through a shoe. Something makes the fear come over you. I guess like Hank, I have to pay for things I didn't do. I wish I knew your story from the moment you were born. What kind of world did you come from? What makes you feel so torn? Couldn't have been easy living out there on your own. You're strong, but you were crying out for home. So when I can, I sit instead of stand, and always have a treat inside my hand. You're right to not just trust some random man. I cannot read your mind, but I'll do what I can. I wish I knew your story from the moment you were born. What kind of world did you come from? What makes you feel so torn? Couldn't have been easy living out there on your own. You're strong, but you were crying out for home. No one has more fun when they are free. You help me feel the freedom locked in me. If I just had a way to make you see that I am on your side, and I will always be. I wish I knew your story from the moment you were born. What kind of world did you come from? What makes you feel so torn? Couldn't have been easy living out there on your own. You're strong, but you were crying out for home. You're looking at me apprehensively. always the roar of love or flee. Meanwhile, I keep showing up with treats. One day you'll feel safe enough to look at me and see that I don't need to know your story from the moment you were born. The kind of world that you came from, what makes you feel so torn. Couldn't have been easy living out there on your own. You're strong, but you have finally found a home. All right. So those are my 3 dog songs, and I have a few others. Don't keep your dog chained up too tight. My master's voice. Who's a good dog? I'm sure I did another dog set, so I must have 3 more or 3 like them, or maybe I did a cover of a dog song. I don't know. Anyways, those are my last 3 until I write a few more. So thank you for listening. If you have been, always appreciate being listened to, and I know my musical friends do too, which is why I listen to them on Sunday nights and post what I'm listening to, which particular tracks that night I work my way through. And, it's really fun. I really especially like new stuff, so when my one of my, friends post something new, I put that up top if I can figure out and remember to do that. Always like to listen to new stuff first, and I work my way through. I spend the whole evening on Sunday. I start at 8 and I probably finish it after midnight. But I do the dishes, and I hang out with Samara a little bit and exercise and work out and do things while this is going on. But my attention is on the music, and it's super fun. So thank you for listening again. And if you want to post something, please do. 8 o'clock Sunday nights right here. Also over there on the Facebook over there. And breathe deep. Take good care of yourself so that when we see you, it'll be you we're seeing. All right. Take it easy.